Hello guys. So actually one of your classmate has requested for inverter operation of U less than 60 degree. So first I'll draw that. So actually I have given this as an assignment for you guys to try. I don't know how many of you have tried or not. Anyway, I'll just show that how to do. So the pattern is same. So this is the output voltage and we are starting with valve number 3, but we are doing it for inverter operation. So what is the what changes we can do for inverter operation? If it is a rectifier operation, alpha is less than 90 degree. Okay, if for inverter operation, alpha should be greater than 90 degree. Okay, but it should not exceed 180 degree. So it has to lie between 90 and 180 degree. But the thing is, even though it should be less than 180 degree, we cannot trigger it by 179 like that. We have to give some delay angle. That delay angle is called gamma. That is extinction angle. Okay. Extinction angle. And I told you why we need to leave this extinction angle, because we have a problem of overlap angle. If overlap angle exceeds some value, valve number 3 will not come into conduction, rather valve number 1 will continue to conduct. To avoid that problem, we should leave some angle, that is extinction angle. Okay, so if we trigger the alpha between 90 to some extension angle, 90 degree to extension angle, so that should be less than 180 degree. We have to leave some extension angle like 5 degree, 10 degree. That depends on the circuit, how much overlap angle it can offer. So based on that, first we'll calculate extension angle, later we are going to calculate beta. So what is actually beta? Beta is a triggering angle for inverter circuit, that is nothing but pi minus gamma. So for example, already I have explained this. So if you have EBA voltage here, so this is 90 degree, right? If you trigger before 90 degree, it acts as a rectifier circuit. If you trigger after 90 degree, so this is an inverter circuit. If I consider this as an alpha, this is the angle, total angle from 0 to here, it is alpha. So this remaining, from 180 to this one, this side, it is beta. Okay, this duration is beta. Since we are triggering for inverter, we call beta as a firing angle. Okay, for inverter circuit. So we have to leave some extension angle, that is delta. We should not trigger between these 2 points. So this is delta. Okay, so maximum your overlap angle can extend up to delta. It should not go out of delta. Okay, so with this concept, I'll just plot the wave. So here we have EBA, right? So you can see this now. This is EBA. So from here to here, so this is 90 degree. I have to trigger after this. Okay, each triggering pulse should be of 60 degree intervals. So let me trigger, since I have overlap angle, I trigger at this point. So this is my alpha. I'm calculating from 0. So here I am going to make valve number 3 to come into conduction. It will have some overlap angle, and the overlap angle should not exceed delta. So this is the overlap angle duration. Okay, wait, I'll write here. So this is your overlap angle duration. So this is alpha, this is up to overlap angle. We have some enough time to switch off the valve. Okay, so with these things, before valve number 3 come into conduction, so it is 2 valve conduction, 1 and 2 are conducting U less than 60 degree. For U less than 60 degree, we are writing for inverter. For inverter operation. So the special thing is alpha should be greater than 90 degree and it should be less than gamma. That is what we have taken. Okay, this is U period. So this period is U period and this is your alpha. You are triggering at alpha. From this, from here to here it is beta. Okay, from here to here it is alpha. So here we are triggering valve number 3. Valve number 3 come into conduction. So along with this video you try, otherwise it is quite impossible. So just watching the video doesn't give any understand. So better you write the waveform. I hope that you can write this waveform. If you know to write this waveform, then only you can tackle this. Or else if you have any doubt in that, let me know. Please WhatsApp me. I'll tell you how to write this waveform. Already we have discussed in the class. Even though if you have confusion, please let me know. I'll just explain it again. Okay. So valve number 1, 2, 3. Okay. Valve number 3 coming to conduction. Till overlap angle, 3 valves will continue to conduct. Here valve number 4 goes out of conduction. Then for further 60 degree, from here to here, okay, further 60 degree, remaining valves will conduct. So what are the remaining valves? Valve number 2, 3 or the remaining valves. Okay. So here valve number 4, here valve number 1 goes out of conduction, not 4. Valve number 1 goes out of conduction. Then here valve number 4 come into conduction. 1 goes out of conduction, 4 come into conduction. So then this will exceed till overlap angle. Equal interval. Please give the equal interval. So here 2, 3, 4 were conducting. Here valve number, which valve has to go out of conduction? Valve number 2 has to go out of conduction. Then it is a continuation of 3, 4 valve till next valve come into conduction. From here to here it is 60 degree. We are triggering at equal intervals and overlap angle is also of equal interval. Okay. So till here it will continue to conduct. Then valve number 5 comes into conduction. And this is your overlap angle 3, 4, 5 right now. Then here again the conduction begins. So here valve number 3 come out of conduction. So this is 4, 5 conduction. Then valve number 6 come into conduction. Then it will continue to conduct with 4, 5, 6. Here valve number 4 come out of conduction. So 5, 6 conduction here. Valve number 4 come out of conduction. After 6, valve number 1 come into conduction. So this is 5, 6, 1 conduction. So here valve number 5 goes out of conduction. Then it is 6, 1 conduction. So here valve number 2 come into conduction. That is 6, 1, 2. Then valve number 6 goes out of conduction. Back to 1, 2. Okay, one complete cycle. We need only this much. Then first we'll write for output voltage. For output voltage I'll use blue color. To show phase voltage I'll use pencil. Okay. So understand better. Fine. So we need this table. You forget this now. From where to where we don't need. Now we are triggering alpha greater than 90 degree. Here we have triggered for 30 degree. Now we are triggering for greater than 90 degree. Okay. So when valve number, forget this, we'll write this later. We'll start from this point. When valve number 1, 2, 3 were conducting, the phase voltage, we are getting the phase voltage. This is line voltage, this is phase voltage. Output is a phase voltage, that is minus 3 by 2 times of EC. So minus 3 by 2 times, to get minus 3 by 2 times of EC, we have to look for C voltage. See here, this is EAC. Okay, this is EAC, this is EBC. So what it says, EA minus EC, phase voltage EA minus EC, phase voltage EB minus EC. So EC is negative, phase voltage EC is negative. So your phase voltage will come like this, in between this, that is minus 3 by 2 times of EC. Minus 3 by 2 times of EC, it will continue like this. Means between these two voltages. So this is EAC, this voltage is EAC, this voltage is EBC. So in between this I'll get EC, minus EC, okay. But I have taken magnitude higher, that is minus 3 by 2 times of EC, okay. and I think we need only this much, and we are plotting in this area, right? 1, 2, 3. When valve number 1, 2, 3 were conducting, my voltage is minus 3 by 2 times of EC. So where is minus 3 by 2 times of EC? So it will follow that one. Minus 3 by 2 times of EC. Done. Then valve number 2 and 3 were conducting. When valve number 2 and 3 conducting, output voltage is line voltage, that is EBC. So where is my EBC? EBC is here. This is my EBC. So till this point, till valve number 1 goes out of conduction, it is following minus 3 by 2 times of EC. Later, it will fall to EBC. See, this is the line EBC, line voltage EBC. Then it will follow EBC. Right? It will follow EBC. Done. Up to this point. Okay. Then what we have? We have 2, 3, 4 conduction. So 2, 3, 4 conduction. My voltage is 3 by 2 times of EB. That is positive. Plus 3 by 2 times of EB. We have to look for plus EB. So see here. Here we have EBC. This is EBA. Means this is EB minus EC, EB minus EA. We got the positive B voltage. Between these two lines, between this line and this line, we have positive phase voltage. So this is your positive phase voltage. Right? So, and between these 2 points, here we have EBC, previous one. It will drop here, then it will follow. This one. Okay. So if you write, then only you will understand. Okay. Please write this. Then we have valve number 3, 4 conduction. Valve number 3, 4 conduction, my output is line voltage, that is EBA. Okay. See here I have EBA. After this point it will fall to EBA. Then it will follow EBA till valve number 3, 4 conducts. Okay. Then we have valve 3, 4, 5. 3 valve conduction. When 3, 4, 5 is conducting, output voltage is minus 3 by 2 times of EA. Here we have EBA. Here we have ECA. This is ECA. EB minus EA, EC minus EA. So between these two line voltages, I will get my phase voltage minus EA. So since of higher amplitude, this is minus 3 by 2 times of EA. Okay. This one I didn't write na. So this is 3 by 2 times of EB. EB minus EA, EC minus EA. So EA is minus, right? So minus 3 by 2 times of EA. Then between these 2 points, when 3, 4, 5 is conducting, it has to follow this voltage. So it will drop and it will follow the phase voltage. Okay. Then when valve number 4 and 5 is conducting, line voltage ECA. It has to follow line voltage ECA. Anyway, we have here. So it will fall there and it will continue to conduct. Okay. Then 1, 4, 5, 6 conducting. So 4, 5, 6 it is 3 by 2 times of EC plus 3 by 2 times of EC. Same thing. EC minus EA. See here EC minus EA. EC is positive. EC minus EB. EC is positive. Between these two line voltages, I'll get my phase voltage EC. So between these two line voltages, exactly in between. See, this line passes like this. Exactly between we have to write. Okay. So for one, I'll use red color so you can understand better. So this is minus, plus, right? Because EC is positive. 3 by 2 times of EC. So between these 2 points, it will follow like this. Okay. Then 5, 6 conduction. 5, 6 conduction, it is ECB. Where is ECB? ECB is here. So it will fall and it will follow EBC. Sorry, ECB. Sorry, ECB, right? Yeah. Then we have 5, 6, 1. When 5, 6, 1, 3 voltages or 3 valves are conducting, it is minus 3 by 2 times of EB. So now, just see here. Here we have ECB. This is the line ECB. This is the line EAB. 2 line voltages. Okay. EC minus EB. EC minus, this is ECB. This is EAB. So EC minus EB, EA minus EB. means between these two lines I'll get the phase voltage minus EB. See, B is negative between these two lines like this. So the phase difference is 30 degree. This is an important thing. So I have to give a phase difference of 30 degree because from line to phase voltage there is a difference of 30 degree. So this is your phase voltage. Which one? Minus 3 by 2 times of EB. So between this one, when 5, 6, 1 are conducting, it will follow minus 3 by 2 times of EB. Then when 6 and 1 is conducting, EAB, that is line voltage. So EAB is here, it will follow EAB. Done. Okay. Then when 612 is conducting, it is 3 by 2 times of EA. When 12 is conducting, it is EAC. First I will write for 12 and 12 is conducting, it is EAC. So from here it is EAC. So that I have to do the same thing. Where is EAC? EAC is here. So this is EAC. So like that, one full cycle. From here I will take to this point. This is one full cycle. So can you say the output voltage is inverted? That's why it is called inverter output voltage. So between 6, 1, 2 conduction, my output voltage is what? 3 by 2 times of EA. So I have to look for minus EA, right? So here plus EA, that is 3 by 2 times of EA. So here we have EAB, here we have EAC, EA minus EB, EA minus EC. So EA minus EB means EA is positive, EA minus EC means EA is positive. So between these two line voltages, I'll get my positive 3 by 2 times of EA. Okay. So between these two, it has to follow that EA. So it will drop here, then it will follow. So how is my output voltage? So you can see here now. So it will come for line voltage, then it will drop to phase voltage. This is phase voltage. Then it will come for line voltage. So you can observe. So that is why when overlap angle increases, the net voltage across any circuit, means converter, whether it is rectifier or converter, it will decrease. Okay. Similarly, we need to write for valve voltage. That also I will write. So I have to start from this point. When 1 and 2 are conducting, the valve voltage is EBA. Means from this point it is EBA. So where is EBA? EBA is here. Okay. I'll start from this point. Okay. It will start with EBA till valve number 3 come into conduction. This is the point where valve number 3 come into conduction. Okay. So till that it is EBA. Since EBA is positive, we can easily trigger valve number 3. So once valve number 3 come into conduction, obviously the voltage across the valve becomes 0. Okay. So till here it will be EBA. Then it will drop to 0. At this point it will drop to 0. And till valve number 3 come out of conduction, it is 0 only. So up to this point, the valve voltage is 0. Right? Then, when 4 and 5 is conducting, what is valve voltage? EBC. We'll look for EBC. So where is EBC? ECB. This is ECB. EBC. See, EBC is here. This is EBC voltage. So we have to come back. See, this is your EBC voltage. Continuation. Then it will drop to EBC. It will follow EBC till another valve 4, 5 conducting. Okay, till another valve comes into conduction. When valve number 6 comes into conduction, 4, 5, 6 conduction, valve voltage is minus 3 by 2 times of EC. Okay. Exactly opposite to this. See, here we are getting, minus, is it minus? Yeah, minus 3 by 2 times of EC. So where is minus 3 by 2 times of EC? Here we have EA. Yeah, this one. EA minus EC, EB minus EC. Between this, I'll get my phase voltage EC. So like this it will come. Yeah. Exactly opposite to this. So between this it has to follow, between these 2 points it has to follow 3 by 2 times of minus 3 by 2 times of EC. Okay, so it will just shift like this and it will create a dent here. So this is dent. Okay, then we'll see what happens when 5 and 6 conducting. When 5 and 6 conducting, it is EBC. Again it has to come back to EBC. So till here it is following EBC. When next wall come into conduction, it creates a dent. So this is a very huge di by dt variation. Can you see? Di by dt. Voltage is here. Suddenly shift here. Then it will follow phase voltage. Then it will drop. And again it will follow EBC till next valve come into conduction. So till here. So this is a huge variation of dV by dt. We are talking about voltage. Okay. Then here valve number 1 come into conduction. Again 3 valve conduction. So 5, 6, 1. When 5, 6, 1 were conducting, the voltage is 3 by 2 times of EB. So see, EBC is here, EBA is here. So between these two line voltage, I will get my phase voltage 3 by 2 times of EB. So this is 3 by 2 times of EB. Okay. So between these 2 points, 5, 6, 1 were conducting. It will drop here. It will drop till here. So it has to follow 3 by 2 times of EB, right? So here is your 3 by 2 times of EB line. Then it will follow 3 by 2 times of EB. Okay. Next, 6, 1. When 6, 1 is conducting, the voltage is EBA. So where is EBA? We have to follow EBA. So EBA is here. We are starting at this point. Here it is following the phase voltage plus 3 by 2 times of EB. Suddenly it will drop. Then it will follow EBA till next valve come into conduction. Right. Fine. When 6, 1, 2 is conducting, the minus 3 by 2 times of EA. So see, EBA, ECA. So between this I will get minus 3 by 2 times of EA. So it will fall and it will follow this one. Okay. Then again valve number 6 goes out of conduction. Valve number 1 and 2 are conducting. We have to complete cycle, right? So it will go back to EBA. Just now we have written here the same thing. Then it will follow that one till next valve coming to conduction. So this is the valve voltage. So after that, at this point again we are triggering valve number 3, right? So here we are triggering valve number 3 so that it will follow EBA. Then it will come back to 0. Then it will continue with 0. So what is valve 3 pattern? Valve 3 pattern is like, see, this is negative voltage, and from here in inverter operation, most of the time your inverter voltage is positive, and you can see there are huge dents, means variation in dV by dt. So when a valve will become conduction, when it is forward bias, and you can see from most of the time valve 3 is forward bias. Just for an example, between this time, so here there is a huge variation. So because of this huge variation, if your valve number 3 come into conduction again, so voltage is positive and we are igniting that with a high variation of voltage. So if valve number 3 come into conduction, what happens here? 4, 5, 6, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6 conduction. And your valve number 3 and 6 are in the same limb. Means what? It is dead short circuit. So whatever the voltage you are getting, immediately it will become 0 and the operation will get disturbed. And this is called commutation failure. Okay. So instead of another valve getting into conduction, we are continuing with the valve 3 conduction. So we are missing another valve to come into conduction. So that is called commutation failure, which we are going to discuss in elaboration in the next module. No problem. Fine, I am going to wind up this. So please practice this. Let me know if you have any doubt. Thank you.